on day 13 of Inktober, and the theme for today is guarded. And we're going to get started on this one in 5, 4, It is day 13 of Inktober, and the word is guarded. Yesterday I drew a beluga whale because the day's word was whale, and I drew my favorite whale, which is the beluga whale, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with. I'm just joking, it's not a very popular whale. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started on this piece right now, and the piece that I'm going to be working on will be kind of up for interpretation, I suppose. Some people may not know this, but gargoyles back in the day were actually thought to ward off evil and scare it away and guard your home. So I thought that would be a really perfect approach to this, especially being that when I was a child I used to watch the show Gargoyles. It was a great show, I loved it, and I was really happy that I could incorporate something like that into this piece. Of course I didn't use any of the characters from the actual show, I just drew a gargoyle, you know, a unique gargoyle. I created a castle-like background for this piece, and I left a space for the gargoyle to go, and honestly, when it came to the castle, in the end, I could not apply too much detail because there is not enough time in one day for me to draw all those bricks. But the gargoyle, I'm going to be putting in as much detail as I can, as humanly possible, and I really think it came out great on this one. This particular gargoyle, I actually decided to make him sitting on a throne, positioned in a way where it looked like he was pondering on something. I thought that would really be a nice approach to this, very unique. And I did try to use some patterns on the throne to kind of incorporate in there and make it look more medieval. You'll have many people tell you that the hardest part to draw on something is the hands, and honestly that is normally true for me, but with this gargoyle, I actually got it on the first shot, and I was really proud of that. The hands actually came out perfect. I mean, well, at least exactly what I wanted them to be. Now with the eyes, you know, gargoyles are made of stone, so there is not much detail in the eyes on this piece. So as you can see, there's just like a little black dot in there, kind of trying to make it look a bit more spot on with the realistic stone gargoyles that you see on churches and castles and whatnot. Came to inking in this piece, I actually began with a solid outline, and whenever I had to do my shading, I stuck to hatching this time around. And I did do a little bit of cross hatching, but you'd have a hard time finding that in this piece. Also, just a little side note here, well, more of a side question. If you all watched Gargoyles growing up, I would love to hear who your favorite character was. My favorite character is, and well, this might baffle you a little bit, it was Bronx. I mean, come on now. Bronx was awesome. Don't even mess with that. Hudson was cool too. The Bronx was the bomb. Anyway, now when working on this, I really tried to stick with the stony look. So my shading will look pretty rough around the edges, just because I wanted to look more jagged than anything. But in the end, I kind of felt like it looked a little bit more physical. So I guess I didn't really hit the mark of where I wanted to go, but I was still very satisfied with the end result of this piece. It was spot on in my opinion, and it's not very often that an artist gets to say, it's done. You know, if you're an artist, you know what I mean by that. It's never done. There's always more that you want to do to it. But anyways, for this piece, I actually felt satisfied in the end, and I hope you're satisfied with this video as well. And if you haven't checked out my shop, I'll have a link in the description. That would be www.asseenbyaustin.com, and you can use this coupon code about to pop up on the screen for 35% off any artwork you'd like to buy from my shop. And here's the end result of the piece. I hope you all like it. And also, if you haven't checked out any of my recent videos, there's a link to my Inktober playlist here, and there's a link to my Drawing YouTubers collection that I've started, where I have drawn Jacksepticeye. I really had fun with that piece, and hopefully one day we can actually get them to see it. Anyways, until next time, this has been As Seen by Austin.